Ill-advised pass leads to, Caleb Wilson jumping out of the gym.
Caleb Wilson might have just had the best Summer League debut we have ever seen. So the Chicago Bulls' 4th overall pick exploded in his Summer League debut, dropping 35 points while knocking down 7 of his 11 three-point attempts, adding 5 rebounds, 3 blocks, and even 2 steals. Even though Chicago came up just short, Wilson didn't just play well. He might have just made a statement in this league. And what's crazy is, this performance is so much bigger than the box score. Let's jump in. Coming into Summer League, there was plenty of hype surrounding Caleb Wilson. The Bulls selected him with the 4th overall pick because they believed he could be the franchise cornerstone. While Summer League is where young players have their first chance to prove they actually belong, and Wilson wasted absolutely no time. He attacked from everywhere, he finished at the rim, he had contested jumpers, he stretched the floor by burying 7 threes, and maybe the most impressive part wasn't even the scoring, it was the defensive impact. He recorded 3 blocks, 2 steals, he had constant energy, he looked like someone who wanted to dominate every possession. Yes, he also had 6 turnovers, which shows there's still plenty to clean up, but in Darren Peterson's Summer League debut, he had way more. But that's expected for a rookie adjusting to NBA speed, but the flashes were impossible to ignore. For months, one of the biggest questions surrounding Wilson was whether he could become a consistent perimeter shooter, and in one night, he reminded everyone why teams bet on potential. If that outside shot keeps developing, he could be the best prospect from this class, in my opinion. But what's so inspiring about Caleb Wilson isn't just what happened in Las Vegas, it's everything that came before it. Growing up in Atlanta, basketball actually wasn't his first love. Believe it or not, it was baseball. His dad, Jerry Wilson, helped introduce him to the game, and Caleb dreamed of becoming a baseball player before a massive growth spurt completely changed his future. By 8th grade, he had grown to around 6'9", making basketball the obvious path. But talent alone never got him here. His father constantly reminded him, if you're sleeping in, somebody else is working. That became more than just a quote. It became his mindset. Every workout, every practice, every offseason, someone else was trying to take his spot, so he kept working. At North Carolina, Wilson immediately showed why he's one of the nation's top prospects, becoming one of the most versatile freshmen in college basketball. He earned All-American honors before declaring for the NBA draft. Even before Summer League began, Wilson admitted he had butterflies coming off that wrist injury. He hadn't played organized basketball in months and openly talked about having jitters. Instead of pretending to be fearless though, he embraced those nerves and trusted his preparation. And that's something every athlete can learn from. Confidence doesn't mean you're nervous. Confidence means showing up anyway. Yes, you probably read the thumbnail thinking, no one else can be the next Michael Jordan. He's literally one of one. Now, I'm not saying Caleb Wilson is going to be the next Michael Jordan. Let's get that out of the way. But all the signs kind of come together. He loved baseball as a kid. He went to North Carolina. And then he went to the Chicago Bulls. But nobody should expect any player to live up to the greatest career in basketball history besides LeBron James. But here's what's interesting. The moment Wilson put on a Bulls jerseys, the comparisons were inevitable. That's just the reality of playing in Chicago. Every young superstar who comes to that organization is going to hear the same question. Can he bring the Bulls back to relevancy? Michael Jordan didn't become Michael Jordan overnight. He wasn't a 6-time champion the moment he entered the league. He was just an incredible, talented young player who had to go through failures, playoff losses, and years of development before becoming the greatest ever, besides LeBron James. Caleb Wilson has a completely different game, but what fans are hoping for isn't that he becomes the next Michael Jordan. They're hoping he becomes the next franchise player who gives Chicago an identity again. And after watching him dominate Summer League, it's easy to understand why Bulls fans are dreaming. For the first time in years, they have a young player with superstar tools, a player who can score at all 3 levels, a player who can defend at an all-star caliber player, and a player who embraces the spotlight instead of running from it. Will he ever reach Jordan's level? Probably not, and that's okay, because he doesn't have to be the next Michael Jordan. He just has to become the first Caleb Wilson. So what does this mean for the Bulls? They're entering a new era. They drafted Caleb Wilson because they believe he can eventually become one of the faces of the franchise. Now obviously it's only Summer League. Nobody should crown him after one game, but this performance gave Bulls fans exactly what they were hoping for. Hope. A glimpse of what's possible. When a rookie can score from all 3 levels, defend multiple positions, protect the rim, and compete with a relentless energy, it's easy to imagine what he could become from a few years from now. The tools are all there, and now it's just about consistency. So, Bulls fans, I'm not saying you're going to be an NBA championship caliber team next year. It's going to take time. Caleb Wilson needs more time to develop. But in a couple of seasons, you're going to build around your young core. Caleb Wilson's going to be that franchise guy. And you guys could be in conversations in a few years. But as of now, don't get your hopes up. This is just one game. A lot of people have crazy games and then they just start doing nothing. But there you have it. That is exactly why Caleb Wilson could be the next Michael Jordan. I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button because it helps me a lot. I'm trying to build this channel to 500 subscribers, and then we might do a face reveal. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.